Hello, welcome to Workshop 9, setting up the shared file system. Okay then, what we're going to do in this session, we're going to configure the NFS server, the clients, but that's the web servers, and then setting up the content shares into the websites. So let's have a look what we need to do. We need to create a new virtual server, obviously for the NFS, for the storage. We need to create a folder on it, we share that folder, we install the client software, and we mount it up onto the servers. Mount the exported folder using the mount command. Okay, so I need an environment. Well, what I've done is I've pre-created an environment for myself here. And I'll just go through what that is because there's quite a few little things I've had to do here. Okay, having read through that, what I need to do is I need to use my primary DNS server like I did before. And that's just to keep the resources down. The next, I've got the 3 web servers as we had before. I now have the NFS server, and just so we know where we're heading, in the next set of lecture and workshop, we'll be looking at the MySQL component to finish off the infrastructure. But for now, what I need to do is these web servers and the NFS server all need to use the DNS server now, because we're going to use that for the authentication aspect of linking in these servers, the web servers, to the NFS. Basically, the NFS is going to use the DNS server to do RDNS authentication to make sure these machines are actually allowed to connect. We're also going to have the client machine using this DNS server, and we're actually going to do a little test with trying to mount up the client onto the NFS, and that should fail. But the scenario we've got now is all these web servers, the NFS server and the client all need to use the DNS architecture. We've reduced the DNS architecture down to 1 server. So how have I actually set that up in my virtual platform? Okay, well, if we have a look at my client machine and I log in, what I've actually done here is I've set up the DNS. I've got a connection to that, www1, 2, 3, and the NFS server. If we have a look at www1, if we have a look here at the cat etc net plan, the configuration file, I'm now using the DNS server there on the web server, and that's the same on all of them. I've then created a new server here, which is an NFS server, which has nothing on it. I've named it NFS, and if we go etc net plan, and in here again we're using it. So if from here, if I did an NS lookup to www.student.co.uk, we can see that the NFS server is using our servers, and we can do the same on one of the web servers as well. So if we go NS lookup www.student.co.uk, and that's using them as well. So that's all connected up to our actual DNS server. So just to go back to the diagram, what we've actually got set up and we're working with as a build at the moment is 5 servers, the DNS, 3 web, and the NFS server. So that's how we're going to build it, and the IP addresses are listed up on all of them. Obviously, it'd be a good idea for you to do your own little diagram for this, set it all up, and you can actually see where you're at, and it's something to refer back to, because the number of machines we've got and what we're doing with them is actually increasing quite a lot now. Okay, so install the NFS server. So we're ready to start going. I've created the virtual server. We're ready to do this part. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, let's bring in my virtual client machine and let's start doing some of this work. So first things first, let's go to the NFS server. And in here, what we're going to do is install the NFS client server software. So sudo apt install, and we install NFS kernel server. We run that. Do we want to install it? Yes, we do. Off it goes to the repository and it's downloaded. These machines have been updated already. Okay, I think we're nearly done there. That's it. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to create my export folder, and I'm doing that in var content. So cd/var ls-la. Let's have a look, see what's in there. Not a lot, that's fine. So sudo mkdir content. Now normally what we would do is this would be probably set up on a separate volume, so the server would be sat there with its main drive and there would be a separate drive that would use for content. Okay, so that's the content folder created and there's nothing in it at the moment, so that's fine. So what's the next thing we need to do? Okay, create mount point of WHML content on the web server. No, yes, that's right. Provide redirect. Export it. Okay then. So what we want to do is from here we now want to export it. So that is sudo nano/etc/exports file, and there it is. So where we want to export is var/content. And how do we want to export that? Right, well, the way we want to export that is we're going to do it as www. Oh, how should I export it? Only the web servers. Okay, for only the web servers, in that case, star.student.co.uk. Now, I already have the RDNS for these. No space, open brackets. We want it to be read-writable. And we'll do a sync and we'll do a no root squash. There, that'll do. It's a very basic extract. Okay, export, sorry. Okay, so next thing we need to do is get that going. Okay, so first things first, let's save that. Exit, save the buffer, yes. And then we want to restart the actual service. So let's quickly get through some of this. Oops, there we go. Right, sudo systemctl. I'm going to try something here. Restart, and let's see if it can find it. If I just type in NFS in the tab key. Oh, no, it didn't. It just found the dash. There we go, server. Hit return, and that's done. Okay, so sudo show mount -e local host, and with a bit of luck, there we go. Export list for localhost. There we go. That's now being exported. Okay, so given that this does the RDNS, what I'm actually going to do is do a forward and reverse lookup just to be sure it's working. So ns lookup www.student.co.uk. It's going to connect with IP addresses. So what I'm going to do is test those IP addresses. 10.168.100.155. It's found 154. Found 156. Found. So I'm able to reverse look up those three servers. Okay. Let's see what we need to do. So, and read access to them. Right, now what I need to do is set up the 3 web servers. I've got 3, you may have 2. Okay then, let's have a look at these web servers. Okay, first of all, web server 1, cd/var/www/html. ls, there's the files off before, so I'll go mkdir sudo make directory content. And there's the content folder, and it's read write. Now, I won't have permission on that because I've only got read permission, so I'll need probably to change that over so I can actually do more with it. So let's have a think about what we're going to do. We'll leave that there for now and we'll come back in a moment. Okay, next server 2, cd/var/www/html ls mkdir content. Oh, sudo content Northumbria. Okay, that's that one done. And then the next one. cd/var/www/html. Sudo mkdir content. Okay, so that's content created. Content created. 2 content created and 1 content created. Okay, so create the mount points. Mount the exported folder to using the mount command. Okay then, so using the mount command. Oh, hold on. I haven't installed the client software. Sudo apt install NFS common. Yes, and that's ww1, so let's look for 2. Sudo apt install NFS common. Yes, and 3. Sudo apt install NFS common. Yes. Okay, so that's all done. Next thing we need to do then is we now need to mount that up. Now, I want to use a URL to do it. So what I'm going to have to do here is go to the DNS server, etc/name, oops, bind, right, let's move the folder, there's our files, sudo nano db.student.co.uk, Northumbria, and what we're going to add in is NFS, IN, A record, it's 10.168.100.1. Let's have a check. Let's look for our out of band. Our graphic. So we go. NFS is 157. Okay then, 157. And then we change this, and we change that for today's date, which is the 9th. 9th, yep. 01. Okay, let's have a look. We've got the WWs, we've got the NFS. We'll save that out. I'll exit. Sudo systemctl restart by 9. Give it a full kick. Okay, I think we're okay there. Minor change. Should really check it, so I will do. Named checkzone. Student.co.uk db.student.co.uk. The failed bad dotted quad. I've made an error. There we go. And there's me being a little overconfident there. Let's have a look. What have I done? Oh, look what I've done. There you go. Right, that's fixed. Okay, restart. Okay, so ns lookup nfs.student.co.uk, and we'll do that from the local machine because I'm on the Datebind server, and I get an address. Okay then. So from these servers, let's go to one. What I should be able to do is go sudo mount. What I should be able to do is go sudo mount, and that will be nfs.student.co.uk/var/content. And where do I want to mount it to? var/www/html/content. So that's where I want to mount it to. df command, and we can see at the bottom here, it's loaded. The other thing I can do is use the mount command, and that will do the same, and I can see here at the bottom, NFS is mounted. So if I go to /var/www/html, everything looks fine. Just looks like a normal file system. Okay, so what we'll do is we will do that on the other servers. So if I just grab that text, I should be able to just drop that in on each of them. So that was 1 done. If I now go to 2, and just do a df or a mount, just df does it enough, and then go to the third one and do a df. There we go. All of them are doing that now. So what do I need to do next? Got all them mounted up. Oh, it's on the back of here. There we go. So mount the folders on the NFS server, add a text file. Okay. So let's go to the NFS, which is right at the bottom here. And inside here, if I go to content, ls-la, there's nothing in there. So I'll just go nano hello.text. Oh. So do nano.text, I'm logged in as a student. Northumbria. Oh, I don't want to type in there. Hello, that'll do. Alt-S, exit. Okay, so I've created the file. Next. List the contents on the servers. Okay then. So if we now go to the servers, so if I go to ww1, if I now go ls-la, cd content, ls-la, and there's the file. So I'll just cap the file out, and there it is. Hello. So that's on the web server 1. Do I need to check them all? Each of the servers. Okay. So that was web server 1. So we go to web server 2. Cd content, ls-la. And there's the file again. Now I'm going to come out because what I've just realized, if I unmount anything, I'll have a problem. So we'll just drop out there because it'll say the file system is busy. So I can't be in there. Okay, next one. CD, oh, just ls content. ls content. Okay, and there's the file. So I've done that. So all of them, right, from a web browser, navigate to it. Okay. So open up the web browser. And it wants us to go to the load balanced web server as well as the others. So let's have a look and see where that gets us. It's taking its time, but it is loading. Here we go. There we go. So www.student.co.uk/content/hello.txt. So there it is. And if that's from the load balanced web server, so I don't know where that's from, but if I just put a 1 in there, I get the file. I put a 2 in there, I'll get the file. There we go. And I put a 3 in there. So all 3 of the servers and the load balancing are all accessing that file. So unmount the content folder from all the servers and repeat exercise 5 to 6, or list for the files. Okay. So let's umount from the servers. So I'm on 3, so I go cd umount /var/www/html/content. Now what I can do is list up the contents. So ls-la of the content folder, and it's empty. Okay, let's do the same on 2. So ls/var/www/html/content, and there's the file. And I'll go cd umount, list the file up again, it's gone. If I do a df, the file's gone. If I do a mount, I can also see that it's not on at the bottom there, so it's gone. Okay, so we'll do server 1 as well now. So in there, ls content. Oops. There's the file. Sudo umount next to the content folder, so I'll just do that. ls content, done. Okay, what next? Check the contents of the exported folders. We've done that. Add an entry to the FS tab for all the web servers so it's mounted automatically. Okay, here we go. This is the big one. Right, so what we're going to do now, we will go in and we'll add the FS tab. So sudo nano /etc/fs tab. Okay, so in here, what we need to do now is we need to add that in as a mount. So we're loading nfs.student.co.uk. I am on one, yeah. So that's what I'm loading. What am I loading? I'm loading var/content. So that's where we've got it from. It's going to be mounted onto var/www/html/content. It's an NFS file system. It's going to be read-writable, soft. So if there's a problem, it'll do, and then do timeout. I'll just do 100. I can interrupt that if I need to. No dump and no FS check. Okay, so that's that done. So we can save that. Now to test that, if I go sudo mount -a df, it's loaded. If I now unmount it, so sudo u mount /var /www/content, no HTML content, that's it. Okay, so that's done. So let's just grab that file. Let's just expand this a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back into the FS tab. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that line. Hopefully this will work and make my life a bit easier. So we'll copy that. We go to 2. We go sudo nano /etc/fs tab. Paste that in, and that worked. Alt S, Alt exit out of there. Sudo mount -a df. That's mounted, and we can unmount it as well. Let's go to 3. Sudo /etc/fs tab. Oops. Sudo nano fs tab. Go down to there. File system. Paste that in. Or else I'll exit. Sudo mount -a df, and the file system is mounted. Okay, so that's mounted on the 3 of them now. So what do we need to do next? Add the FS tab entry, content is only mounted. Reboot the servers. Okay. So, first one. Exit out of there, and we go reboot. Connection gone. We go to 2, and we go sudo reboot. And we go to 3, and we go sudo reboot. Okay, reboot the servers, and check the contents folder is auto-mounted on the servers. Okay, and then we're going to navigate to them again. Right, okay. So let's see if we can mount them up. Sorry, let's see if we can, what's it saying? Check the contents, okay. That means logging back in into all those servers. So, looks like it's reboot. Yep. And we've got this one, and that should be Northumbria. And we got the third one. Oh. Northumbria. Okay, and if I do a df on there, it's mounted. If I do a df on 2, oops, right, df. I can see that's loaded as well. And if I go to 1, df, and it's loaded on all of them from a boot. So that's great. Done. Now from a web browser, navigate to those sites again. Okay, so go back to here. Refresh the page. It's fine. Yep, refresh the page. That's all working. Okay, all done. Next thing, attempt to mount the NFS share from the VM itself. Okay. Okay, so for me to do that, I go to my, that's the NFS box, there. Go to the DNS server. Oh, I don't want the DNS server, I want just my machine. Haven't got one. Control-Alt-T. Oops, Control-Alt-T, got my browser. Sudo apt install NFS common. Northumbria. Okay, so my local machine now has the NFS client on it as well, so I can now do a test mount of the server. Okay, so what I want to do now is I now want to do a mount. Okay, so sudo mount. Oh, so I'll put a space in. So what do I want to mount? Well, I want to mount nfs.student.co.uk var content. And before I do any of that, actually, ns-la, present working directory, so mkdir content. So I've just got my own content folder. Okay, mount that. Where do I want to mount it to? /home/student/content. Access denied. So there we go. So I have restricted it based on RDNS. Okay, so what next? Attempt to mount the NFS share onto the client, and it won't. This will require the client software which I'd installed. Okay, that's the workshop done. Let's go at the top and see what we've done. Okay, we created a new server. So that was this one, the NFS server. What did we then do? Well, we installed the NFS server, we created a content folder and we exported it and we tested it. We installed the client software, created a mount point, and then mounted the folders. We then put a file in it and checked it. We checked it based on the file system and by going to the websites. We then unmounted them and saw that we couldn't actually get the files, etc. We added the entry to the FS tab, so we could actually then automatically mount on reboot. We reboot the servers and that worked. We checked the content and it worked fine. We then went to the servers and found that the shared content was there. And when we tried to mount it using the client, we were denied through RDNS authentication. Okay, that's the end of the workshop. Workshop 9, all done. Next session is session 10 and we'll be looking at the MySQL implementation.